Lori Y. Estrasimo.
This is Joseph Niño Joaquim A. Casalya.
And this is Suji Beatrice B. Mangkal.
And you are watching Lil Talks.
Our purpose in creating this podcast series is to showcase the diversity of oral communication.
We aim to achieve mutual understanding between peers.
By practicing effective communication, we will be able to inform, to persuade, to entertain, to motivate, and to build relationships.
For today's episode, we're going to tackle about three major topics. First, functions of communications.
Second, the speech context.
And lastly, the speech styles.
First function of communication will be regulation. You communicate because you desire actions from those with whom you are communicating. An action is expected and it may or may not favor your goal. Nonetheless, you communicate because you want to regulate your actions.
So, kanang mga yung pag-answer sa imong assignment, masabot anak, nag-regulate ka sa action sa imong gipangayuan.
Yes, exactly. Because regulation refers to how participants attempt to control the actions of other people in order for the personal and social needs of the source to be met. Like example, ako ang inyong kas monitor. I am the one who is responsible to spread the words to nga example, ako ang kas monitor ninyo sa tuwang room. Nya, ako ang responsible nga pa-announce nga og dili mo attend sa klase na may consequence. Refer siya sa the attempt to control the actions of other people in order for the personal and social needs of the source to be met.
Pero migo man siya. Ayaw na, understand.
The next function of communication will be information. As a function of communication, information refers to any knowledge that participants can use in order to continue the interaction, become productive in their task, decide on succeeding courses of action, learn from the interaction, or educate others.
So parehas anang si Madam nagtudlo sa ato among na information.
Yes. Additionally, the informational function of communication is seen to be the most important during times of crisis. Sa atong COVID-19, atong nga time ang mga news is focus sila on sa mga safety precautions na para ma-prevent and dili mo katag ang COVID-19.
So the first speech context, we have the intrapersonal communication. The intrapersonal communication refers to one's internal interaction. This is an important practice because you get to know yourself more. And when you get to know yourself more, then you will be able to express and to show other people what you truly think about yourself. And you can express your emotions, ideas, and your thoughts. So, for example, let us think about our exams. When we study hard and we always expect to get high scores, but if we do not meet our expectations, then we're gonna reflect on our score and we're gonna reflect on where have we gone wrong. So that is through the form of intrapersonal communication. You try to talk to yourself, you try to vent to yourself what are the things that we need to improve and what are the things that we still have to do in order to meet your expectations. So the next speech context, we have the interpersonal communication. In interpersonal communication, two people send and receive messages in recognition of each other's uniqueness as individuals. For example, on our school, when we have a concern, we are going to approach our teacher.
We ask.
And we do that, we ask, and we do that through interpersonal communication, where we tell them our concerns and things that we wanted to. So the next speech context, we have the group communication. This happens when people assemble to interact face-to-face as a way of achieving a common purpose. So in group communication, we have two variety of groups, the small group and the large group. On a small group, this usually consists of 3 to 12 people. And once that exceeds, it will already be considered as a large group of interaction. In group communication, there is no structure that should be followed. It is just a normal conversation between you and your peers using casual and informal language, and you can change the topic in anything as long as the communication revolves between you and other people around you. So, an example of group communication is in our classroom when we gather ay amo ang ilibak ang amo ang pet peeve sa room kay kaila si Lervin.
Yes,
I-shout out to Lerv.
kuan siya like ang muskwila siya niya. Nang wala si Midjas ba?
Bitaw.
Niya una kay
Bahog tiil.
mag-heels na lang, mag-heels. Ay sandal. Yeah. Kuan. Kaya wala si Midjas. Yeah. Mato pagkauba, nag-Midjas siya. Tigingnan na mo.
Yes, kay ang panglibak is just casual and uses informal language, no structure to be followed, and it is done within a group of people.
Yes.
Group of people.
Na nga kita duwa.
Next, so the fourth speech context is we have the organizational communication. Organizational communication is sometimes classified under the group communication. However, it is separated for the sake because it demands a different approach. So, in group communication, as I have mentioned earlier, we don't follow a specific or formal structure. We just use casual and informal language. In organizational communication, this is where we follow that formal structure. We use formal language to communicate and we focus on one major topic. For example, during homeroom PTA meetings in our school, where the teacher and the parents gather to discuss about events that are gonna happen in the school. So that kind of communication is considered organizational because the meeting revolves on the events of the school itself. It doesn't go out or exceed the topic because it will already be unnecessary.
Eh,
However, organizational communication may cause a tendency of a groupthink. A groupthink is when one's opinion is invalidated because the others or the majority already agrees with what is being said. And in order to avoid this, we must be open minded and consider each other's opinions because we have different approaches or interpretations about something. So the fifth speech context is the mediated communication. Mediated communication refers to any communication process which involves the media. Just like what we are doing right now, we are in a Google Meet because
Google Meet.
fortunately we cannot meet each other to create this podcast episode or to
Yes.
finish it rather. So we
Yes.
have to do it in a virtual way. So mediated communication is very progressive nowadays because as we know, technology have been advancing and there are new forms of media. Therefore, the
Innovations.
form of mediated communication is constantly evolving. Additionally, mediated communications can be done with audio through the internet. And in the online games we play, there is already mediated communication in there. Like for example, the voice chats, the global chats, and whatever form of communication within that certain game. So the speech context is the public communication. So let us recall first the topics we have discussed about the models of communication. We have the Aristotelian linear model of communication, which solely focuses on public speaking. And this is a very great example in public communication because it is a one-way process where the speaker is giving his or her message to the receiver in a public setting. An example of public communication is when a host in a program delivers his or her opening remarks or welcoming remarks or whatever he or she may deliver towards the crowd, like what happened during the last SSC Grand Rally. The host gave their words to the crowd.
And also sa mga kuan, ang mga pilwa.
Lastly, we have the mass communication. Mass communication is a mix of the public, mediated, group, or organizational communication. Because in mass communication, it can be done through a media or a published article or in a public setting. So there are various media forms in mass communication. We have the print media, radio broadcast, television broadcast, film media, and new media. Okay. An example of mass communication is when a news anchor delivers news in television or radio, and this news will then be printed into an article and which will be a printed media. Though mass communication may sound complex because it consists of multiple speech context styles, but the main the main goal in mass communication is to provide information to a variety or a wide range of audiences. So now that we know the different types of speech contexts, maybe next time you engage in a communication process, you will be able to identify what kind of communication you are engaging in.
Now let's talk about speech styles. According to Martin Drews, speech style refers to the form of language used by a speaker in terms of the degree of formality. And there are 5 speech styles. Una, frozen. Second, formal. Third, consultative. Fourth, casual. And ang ikalima, ka-intimate. These are used depending on the appropriateness of the context. So, let's go through them one by one. So, ang ikauna kay frozen speech style. The frozen speech style is the most formal. It follows a fixed pattern that cannot be changed. You can hear this in ceremonies, laws, or religious texts. For example, musulti o we the sovereign Filipino people imploring the aid of Almighty God. Gikan siya sa Philippine Constitution. And
Preamble.
maka-notice ka na the wording is permanent and di na gid siya
Permanent.
mailisan. Die,
Hindi ma-erase.
di niya mailisan. Die, don't laugh.
Okay,
Di
mga
siya
ni, nana sa
mailisan.
word na raise na siya, hindi siya mausap.
Oh,
Hindi siya
unchangeable.
ma-restate.
Yeah, correct.
Yo.
Ang kaduha kay formal speech style. This still uses standard language, but speakers can create their own sentences to express their ideas. You often hear this in reporting, speeches, or academic presentations. For example, mo-present ay mo kuan ka, mo-present na masulti og, ladies and gentlemen, today we will discuss the importance of preserving our environment through sustainable practices. Unang example, ga-present ka. Okay, next. So, ang ikatulo kay consultative speech style. The consultative speech style is common in organizations or classrooms. It's used in discussions where information is exchanged and people want to learn something. For example, ang teacher makasulti og, can anyone explain the 5 speech styles of Martin Drews? And motubag ang estudyante na, yes ma'am, the first one is frozen which is used in ceremonies. Ano niya? Wala na, die. Gets?
Yeah,
Gets? Oh, ano na? Gets? Oh, gets.
yes.
Yes. So, ang ikaapat kay casual speech style. The casual speech style is informal and relaxed. This is how you talk to your friends or peers in your groups. You might use slang, jokes, or inside terms that only your group understands. For example, kanang mga konyo-konyo, sulti ka na. Bro, did you see the game last night? Ang galing sobra, na. Basta ana mo na ang casual ka na. Next, intimate speech style. Yeah. This is used between people with very close relationships, like family, partners, or best friends. It often includes endearments, private words, or even unfinished sentences that only the other person understands. For example, usulti kasi mong uyab na. Usulti kasi mong uyab na. Love, gigutom ko. Kabalo ka, ana. Ana ba?
Uy, mo ba yun?
Maunang example sa intimate speech style.
Tahan.
Example na. Okay.
Chris G.
Next. Awa
Wala
na
ka
next.
ng
Wala itong
example.
last.
Another example sa intimate.
Mura na akong ma-say. Kana.
Oo, Yusip.
Oo na. Ana ra gid na. Ikaw, Lervin, ang mag-unsa man ka mo sulti, Lervin. Hatagid akong example.
One. Nagkaon nakalab.
Hmm?
Ako ba? Ako mahatag ba?
Oh, gigi. Unsa?
1. Hi love, it's been months. Can we try again?
Oh, grabe. Pero yeah, muna example.
Yay.
So to summarize, Frozen kay fix siya og dili siya ma-change. Unchangeable gid siya. Kaduha, formal is structured but allows free expression. Number 3, consultative is functional and informative. Number 4, casual is relaxed and uses slang. And number 5, intimate is personal and private. Kanipods na mga speech styles helps us adjusting our language depending on context, relationships, and situations. So, kasabot ra mo.
Yes.
Watching and learning with us. I hope that you will apply these lessons in your daily lives. Once again, this is
Lil Talks.
Mediated na ko. Hindi naman sa mediated. Kay public.
Edit is this.
So,
Itong yun naman yung mga edit.
isbaan mo, uy!
One ba?
Tawa ron kaysa palungon dito.
Innovations.
Go.
Hulubin.
Nawala si Lervin.
Di, ana ba?
Formal speech
Wait,
style.
ano ba yan?
Jokes. Kung unsa imong pag
Ganong na intimate ang bro.